with this magnitude, 10 players, 4 teams, lots of bodies going back and forth, it can get complicated. And what I reported late last night, is that the pitcher going from the Twins to the Dodgers to the Red Sox, Brusdar Graterol.
This is a high-end all-star pitcher.
He could be one day, but he has a shoulder issue that has given the Red Sox pause. And in the deal, they valued him as a starter. But now, after looking at his medicals, they see him perhaps like the Twins did, which is as a reliever because of this shoulder thing that is not necessarily going to hold him back. If you remember, he was throwing 100 in the division series.
Nothing about the 100 in the sinker, maybe.
Exactly. But at the same time, sometimes the MRI shows something that may cause you to believe, okay, this guy's not a 150 to 175 inning guy just yet. You see his particulars right there. Everybody cares about the facts here. So what happens when a situation like this arises? And this is not that unusual. These situations often arise. What happens is, at times, these deals get restructured, and the Red Sox might very well ask for additional compensation, probably in the form of another player or a restructuring of some sort. Maybe money would be involved. Maybe they send less money to the Dodgers, although I don't really know how that would work, because this really is an issue, it appears to me, between the Red Sox and the Twins, though, of course, it's all tied together. So, will this go through? Parties last night were confident that it would go through. They were actually talking late into the night, but it is not finalized yet. The players have not been notified yet because this situation is still kind of pending. There's one other hurdle to get through. This is kind of a formality, but for deals involving a cash exchange of more than $1 million, and this one certainly does, the money that will go from Boston to LA to help cover David Price's remaining $96 million, that needs approval from the commissioner's office. But right now, the bigger issue seems to be Graterol and just resolving how the Red Sox will be made whole, if that's what you want to call it.
But you do see this getting done. I do. It can't be.
The genie is out of the bottle here, Harold.
Yeah, man. Could you imagine?
Let me just have you clarify this, because I was confused about this when we were talking about it this morning. The basis for the holdup isn't the fact that the Red Sox thought he was going to be healthy enough to start, and now they don't think that, right? The basis for the holdup is simply the shoulder. They want to make sure the shoulder is sound.
No, actually, it's the former, Matt.
What? Well, how can you?
I thought I had a starter as a reliever, deal off.
You know, that's like saying, you know what? We traded for this guy. We thought we could teach him how to switch hit, and you know, I don't think we can. So the deal's off.
Well, I'm not sure of the exact particulars because I'm not in the middle of the conversations. Would like to be, but I'm not. At the same time, this is not that unusual. Teams, when they see medicals for the first time, and you are seeing medicals for the first time when a player is traded, when an agreement is reached, they often find things that raise a red flag, that show there is a different risk level involved with a player than maybe you thought at the time of the trade. So that is why these things occasionally get restructured, and it would not be a shocking element if that happened here. These things do occur. At the same time, this is such a complicated deal involving yet another team too, the Angels. That one is contingent on the big one. Then you have to get it all straight. And what's really interesting to me is these teams, Matt, as you know, work so hard on assessing value and weighing value and trying to figure out exactly what the proper balance is in a deal of this magnitude, that any slight bump in the road causes a disruption. And that appears to be what has happened here.